Have you ever wondered what truly separates those who live into their 90s from those who don't? As we get older, staying healthy isn't just about avoiding illness, it's about maintaining abilities that keep us independent, active, and vibrant. The truth is, there are specific physical capabilities that scientists have linked directly to longevity, yet most people have no idea they're such powerful predictors of how long they'll live. Many assume that genetics determine everything about aging, but research shows that's simply not true. While some people in their 60s and 70s are already experiencing significant decline, others maintain remarkable physical and mental abilities that protect them from age-related diseases and add year 7 decades to their lives. In this video, we're going to reveal 5 things that, if you can still do them between ages 60 and 80, are scientifically proven to predict a longer, healthier life. Some may surprise you because they seem so simple, but each one reflects a complex system in your body that's critical for longevity. Stay with me until the end, because the last ability we'll discuss is one that most doctors never mention to their patients, yet it's one of the strongest predictors of whether you'll make it past 90 in good health. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you enjoy this video, please type 1 in the comments. If you don't like it, type 0 in the comments to let me know so I can make better videos for you. Now let's get started. Sign 1. You can still get up from a chair without using your hands. One of the most revealing tests of longevity isn't something complicated that requires medical equipment. It's something most people do dozens of times every day without thinking twice. If you can still stand up from a seated position without pushing off with your hands, you have a significant advantage over many people your age, and studies show you're much more likely to live well into your 90s. This simple movement requires remarkable coordination between your nervous system, muscles, and joints. It demonstrates lower body strength, balance, and core stability, all critical factors that keep you mobile and independent as you age. What many people don't realize is that the ability to rise from a chair without assistance is directly linked to fall prevention, and falls are one of the leading causes of disability and death in older adults. As we age, our muscle mass naturally decreases, sometimes by as much as 3 to 5% per decade after 30. This loss accelerates after 60, which is why many seniors find themselves gradually using their arms to push up from chairs, sofas, and car seats. But this isn't just about comfort or convenience, it's a warning sign that your legs are losing the strength needed to keep you stable and independent. Think about Barbara, a 72-year-old who always prided herself on staying active. She noticed one day that getting up from her favorite armchair felt harder than before. At first, she brushed it off as just getting older. But when her doctor explained the connection between leg strength and longevity, she decided to take action. She started doing simple squats while holding onto her kitchen counter, gradually building strength until she could once again stand without using her hands. 3 years later, at 75, Barbara not only moves more confidently, but has avoided the falls that many of her friends have experienced. The science behind this is clear. When your legs stay strong, your entire body benefits. Strong legs help maintain bone density, support proper circulation, and keep your metabolism functioning efficiently. When you can rise from a chair smoothly, it means these systems are still working well together, giving you a foundation for longer, healthier living. So take a moment right now and test yourself. Try sitting in a normal height chair and stand up without using your hands or arms. If you can do this easily, that's an excellent sign. If it's challenging, don't worry, this ability can be rebuilt at any age with consistent exercise. Simple movements like partial squats, leg raises, and standing heel lifts can help restore the strength needed to maintain independence and add years to your life. But that's not all. The way you move isn't the only predictor of longevity. Let's talk about something equally important, but often overlooked. Sign 2. Your walking speed hasn't significantly slowed. How fast you walk isn't just about getting to your destination on time, it's one of the most powerful indicators of how long you might live. If you're between 60 and 80, and can still maintain a brisk walking pace without feeling winded or unsteady, you possess what researchers now call the 6th vital sign, a walking speed that predicts exceptional longevity. Most people don't realize that walking speed reflects the coordinated efforts of your heart, lungs, muscles, and brain all working together efficiently. When these systems remain strong, you naturally walk faster, and your body preserves its ability to respond to physical demands. But when walking speed declines significantly, it often signals that one or more of these critical systems is beginning to falter. Studies conducted over decades have consistently shown that seniors who walk faster live longer, sometimes significantly longer. One landmark study found that seniors who maintained a walking speed of just 2.25 miles per hour or faster were likely to live beyond their average life expectancy, with many reaching their 90s in good health. Consider James, who at 68 noticed he was no longer keeping up with his wife during their evening walks. At first, he blamed his shoes or the weather, but eventually realized he had slowed down considerably over the past few years. Rather than accepting this as inevitable aging, James decided to time himself walking a quarter mile. Finding that he was indeed slower than recommended for longevity, he committed to daily walking practice, gradually building back his speed over 6 months. Not only did his pace improve, but his blood pressure normalized, his sleep quality improved, and his doctor noted better overall health markers at his next checkup. The connection between walking speed and longevity isn't just about physical fitness, it reflects neurological health too. A brisk, confident walking pace means your brain is efficiently coordinating complex movements, your balance systems are functioning well, and your muscle memory remains intact. These are all crucial factors in preventing falls and maintaining independence well into your 80s and 90s. If you're wondering where you stand, try this simple test. Time how long it takes you to walk 10 feet at your normal pace. If you can cover this distance in 3 seconds or less, which equates to about 2.3 miles per hour or faster, that's a very positive sign for longevity. If it takes longer, incorporating regular walking into your routine and gradually increasing both distance and speed can help improve this critical marker. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Sign 3. You can maintain your balance on one foot. Balance, something we rarely think about until we start to lose it. Yet the ability to stand on one foot, even for a short time, is one of the strongest predictors of longevity after 60. If you can still balance on one foot for at least 10 seconds without holding on to anything, you're demonstrating a remarkable coordination between your visual, vestibular, and proprioceptive systems that many others your age have already lost. What makes this simple test so powerful? When you stand on one foot, you're challenging multiple body systems simultaneously. Your brain must process visual information, your inner ear must detect your position in space, and tiny receptors throughout your muscles and joints must send constant feedback about your body's alignment. When all these systems work together seamlessly, you maintain your balance without effort. When any one of them begins to decline, your stability suffers. A recent study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that adults between 60 and 80 who couldn't balance on one foot for at least 10 seconds had nearly twice the risk of death from any cause over the following decade compared to those who could complete this simple test. That's a staggering difference from such a simple ability. Take Martha, a 74-year-old former accountant who always considered herself reasonably fit. One day, while putting on her socks, she realized she needed to sit down because she couldn't balance on one leg anymore. Rather than dismissing this as normal aging, Martha mentioned it to her doctor, who explained the significance of this change. Determined to regain her balance, Martha began practicing daily, first holding onto a counter, then gradually reducing her support until she could balance independently. Within 3 months, she could stand on each foot for over 15 seconds, and she noticed other improvements too. Better posture, more confidence walking on uneven surfaces, and less fear of falling. The connection between balance and longevity runs deep. Good balance preserves mobility, prevents falls, and reflects healthy brain functional essential components of living longer and staying independent. When your balance systems work well, you move through the world with confidence, maintaining activities that keep both your body and mind engaged. Want to test yourself? Stand near a counter or sturdy chair for safety, then lift one foot off the ground and see how long you can hold the position. If you can maintain your balance for 10 seconds or more without grabbing for support, that's an excellent sign for longevity. If not, don't be discouraged. Balance can improve at any age with regular practice. Simple exercises, like standing on one foot while brushing your teeth, walking heel to toe in a straight line, or gentle Tai Chi movements, can strengthen your balance systems and potentially add years to your life. But while physical abilities like balance are crucial for longevity, they're not the only indicators that you're on track for a long, healthy life. Let's look at another powerful predictor that many people overlook. Sign 4. You maintain a healthy social life. While the first 3 signs focused on physical abilities, this 4th indicator reveals something equally powerful about longevity: your social connections. If you're between 60 and 80 and still maintain regular, meaningful interactions with friends, family, or community groups, you possess a longevity advantage that many of your peers have already lost. Most people don't realize that social isolation is as damaging to health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Research has consistently shown that seniors who maintain strong social ties live longer, healthier lives than those who become isolated, even when controlling for other factors like physical health, income, and genetics. Your social connections literally help keep you alive. As we age, maintaining relationships naturally becomes more challenging. Friends and family may move away or pass on. Health issues can make getting out more difficult, and retirement can remove a major source of daily interaction. Yet those who make the effort to preserve their social world or build new connections here, protecting their health in remarkable ways. Consider Robert, a 77-year-old widower who found himself increasingly isolated after losing his wife of 50 years. His health began to decline rapidly. His blood pressure increased, his sleep suffered, and his doctor noted concerning changes in his cognitive function. When his daughter suggested he join a local seniors walking group, Robert reluctantly agreed. Though initially uncomfortable, he gradually formed new friendships. 6 months later, his physical health had improved significantly, but more surprising were the improvements in his mood, memory, and overall vitality. His doctor told him that rebuilding his social life had likely added years to his life expectancy. The science behind social connection and longevity is compelling. Regular social interaction reduces chronic inflammation, lowers stress hormones like cortisol, improves immune function, and even supports brain health. People with strong social ties experience slower cognitive decline and lower rates of dementia, critical factors in maintaining independence after 80. It's not just about having people around, though it's about the quality of those connections. Meaningful relationships where you feel valued, understood, and engaged provide the greatest longevity benefits. Even a small circle of close connections offers more protection than numerous superficial acquaintances. So ask yourself, do you regularly interact with people who make you feel connected? Do you have relationships where you can share your thoughts, feelings, and experiences? Are there people in your life who would notice if you weren't doing well? If you answered yes to these questions, you're nurturing one of the most powerful predictors of living into your 90s and beyond. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Sign 5. You can still learn and adapt to new challenges. The final predictor of exceptional longevity might surprise you. It's not related to physical strength, flexibility, or even medical markers. If you're between 60 and 80 and can still learn new skills, adapt to changing circumstances, and approach challenges with flexibility, you possess what researchers now recognize as perhaps the most powerful indicator that you'll live well past 90. What most people don't realize is that cognitive adaptability, willingness, and ability to learn and adjust creates a cascade of physiological benefits that directly impact longevity. When you engage in learning, your brain creates new neural connections through a process called neuroplasticity. This doesn't just keep your mind sharp. It actually protects against age-related diseases and supports overall physical health. Studies of super-agers, people who live well into their 90s and beyond, with minimal cognitive or physical decline, consistently show that adaptability and continued learning are common traits among this group. They don't just live longer, they maintain their independence, purpose, and quality of life much longer than their peers. Take Eleanor, an 83-year-old, who decided to learn to use a smartphone at age 78. Many of her friends refused to try, insisting they were too old to learn these new gadgets. The process wasn't easy for Eleanor. She struggled with the touchscreen and felt frustrated at times. But she persisted, asking for help from grandchildren and taking a class at her local library. Not only did she master her phone, but the learning process itself stimulated her brain in ways that her doctor noticed during her annual checkup. Her cognitive assessments improved, and she found herself more confident in dealing with other new situations. She's now 83 and has moved on to learning Spanish, while several of her friends who refuse to adapt have experienced significant cognitive decline. The connection between adaptability and longevity is about more than just keeping your brain active. When you approach life with a learning mindset, you're better equipped to handle stress, navigate health challenges, and maintain independence. You're also more likely to adapt positively to the inevitable changes that aging brings, rather than becoming rigid or resistant in ways that increase stress and compromise health. This adaptability creates what gerontologists call resilience, the ability to bounce back from difficulties and continue functioning well despite challenges. Resilience is now recognized as one of the strongest predictors of both length and quality of life in older adults. So how adaptable are you? Ask yourself, have you learned something new in the past year? When faced with challenges, do you look for solutions or tend to give up? Are you willing to try new approaches when old ones don't work anymore? If you find yourself naturally curious and open to learning, you're exhibiting one of the clearest signs that you're built for a longer, healthier life. And if you realize you've become more rigid or resistant to change, the good news is that adaptability can be cultivated at any age. Starting small, learning a new recipe, taking a different route to the store, or trying a new hobby can begin strengthening your ability to adapt and learn, potentially adding years to your life. Final thoughts. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to reflect on these 5 powerful predictors of longevity after 60. The ability to stand up without using your hands demonstrates critical lower body strength that prevents falls and maintains independence. A brisk walking pace reflects coordinated cardiovascular, respiratory, and musculoskeletal health that supports overall function. Balancing on one foot shows that your complex neurological systems are still working efficiently together. Maintaining social connections provides emotional support while actively protecting your physical health. And finally, the ability to learn and adapt creates resilience that helps you navigate the challenges of aging successfully. The remarkable thing about these 5 indicators is that they aren't just random abilities each. One represents a fundamental system that keeps your body and mind functioning optimally as you age. When these systems remain strong, they work together to delay or prevent the decline that many people assume is inevitable. Even more encouraging is the fact that all of these abilities can be improved or maintained with focused effort, regardless of your current age or condition. The human body has an extraordinary capacity for adaptation and recovery, even in its later decades. Small, consistent actions can strengthen each of these areas, potentially adding your 7 decades of healthy, independent living to your life. Whether you performed well on all 5 indicators or noticed areas that need attention, remember that knowledge is power. By understanding these powerful predictors of longevity, you've taken the first step toward taking control of your aging process, rather than being controlled by it. Small improvements in any of these areas can have profound effects on your health, independence, and life expectancy. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.